You're still really enjoying this steak.
I'm loving the steak. Today is Surf and Turf Day and
Lincoln Square steak.
fantastic.
Okay.
It's cooked medium rare, just how I like it. Thank you so much, people. We got a story here. We start with a sports story in the mix. Sometimes it's not all about business. I want to tell you about this kid, Jordan Leopold. He's been playing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And he's from Minnesota. His family's been in Minnesota. I guess a lot of us are familiar with this. Pro athletes, they travel all over the place, and sometimes their families don't uproot because you can be traded at any time. Well, he's been traded, but back home. And the thing is, his 11-year-old daughter wrote a letter to the hometown team saying, please trade and get my daddy.
Oh.
And they actually are bringing him back home. His 11-year-old daughter wrote this. This was just released. You're seeing the letter there, and it's very cute. She said, we're living in Minnesota. I'm lost without my dad. So is my mom, my two sisters, and my brother. And sure enough, the trade deadline was yesterday. Now, this came out yesterday. They didn't do it just because of the letter.
How do you know that?
Because
I think this girl has power in her power of persuasion. Don't underestimate the daughter's power.
They didn't see the letter before they traded for him. He was going to be traded and brought back home anyway, and sure that Columbus didn't have to do this. They knew he wanted to go home. So it was a part of it anyway, and then the letter comes out. It kind of completes the whole story and the whole package. So it's a sweet story.
To kids of athletes everywhere, don't be ashamed to write those letters.
Write them.
Write them. I think there's power in them.
Yes.
Well, moving on now to a reporter who gets into an interesting collision of sorts. Going down there, slow-mo, and then at the end...
It's not going to end well, is it?
It's not going to end well.
Boom! Oh!
The head of a snowman. That's South Carolina reporter Myra Roos. And it was sort of an on-camera tutorial about the proper way to sled down a hill, but it clearly did not end well.
That wasn't that powdery stuff. That one didn't break apart. That was a boulder.
That was a little frightening. I think that was the head of Frosty.
We've all been there before, haven't we, in some way, form, or fashion in this business. Some more than others. What color did you say the dress was? The dress everybody was talking about? What color did you go with?
Gold and white.
Gold and white. Well, there it is. Who knows what color you're seeing these days. Turns out that it was actually black and blue officially, but the lighting, people were seeing different things. Well, now somebody's taking advantage. Want to make a buck. So what do? They give you an iPhone case. They're selling this now online. You can get the white and gold, or you can get the black and blue.
A for creativity. I think that's pretty funny.
Somebody's smart enough to jump on it, and they're selling them now for about $17. You can get them on Amazon.
Very interesting. I want to introduce you to Digga the cat. Digga's got lots of skills. We can put a GoPro on Digga and look at this. All sorts of skateboarding cat tricks. This is a cat from Australia, and back in January, a video of her went viral. So this time, she has a GoPro camera and capture all her kind of cool tricks.
It's an Australian cat?
It's a cat from Australia.
American cats have skills too.
They sure do. I'm not saying they don't.